What does everybody say? Saving the environment one cardboard box and big plastic jug at a time, right? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. Today we are out in the Super Duty and we're going to be talking a little bit today about why you might want to think twice about buying a diesel truck in 2022. And I gotta start off by saying I absolutely love this truck. This is one of my favorite vehicles I've ever owned. The 6.7 liter diesel is one of the best engines that has ever been in a Ford truck, in my opinion, as far as power and everything else considered, because, oh yes, it is just so good. Getting onto the highway with this thing, fully stock, with all the DEF garbage, and DPF filter, and EGR, and all of that stuff that just robs all the goodness out of the truck, out of the fun factor, the reliability, the longevity of your engine. But we can do stuff about that too at some point, maybe, sort of, kind of, allegedly. So the first reason why you might not want to buy one of these trucks in 2022 is, well, it's 2022 and it's a very sad state the way the economy is right now, and there's a chip shortage and all of that, so it's almost impossible to find one of these. If you do, you're probably going to have to overpay for it, and that's very sad what some of these dealerships are doing. You know, $15,000, $20,000 markups is just insane. So yeah, just availability and overpricing of these trucks right now, probably my number one reason why not to get one. Reason number two, and we're going to illustrate this in a few minutes as we hit the fuel station, but yes, fuel costs. Diesel is not only more expensive than gas, it's the highest it's ever been in history right now. So over $6, sometimes $6.50 a gallon. Absolutely crazy to fill the tank on one of these trucks, how much it costs. So the cost of fuel, definitely my second reason why not to buy one of these trucks in 2022. Reason number three would be the added maintenance on your truck. Now, with a diesel engine opposed to a gas, you have to be more efficient with your fuel filter changes, making sure you're draining the water separator, make sure you're using an additive every fill up, and make sure you find clean diesel, because if you get water in your fuel, it can be very bad, especially with these trucks with CP4 pumps. Also, keep up on your oil changes, because you don't want to run these a long time on old oil. It's just not good for it. The engines and the fuel systems and everything require clean fluids. So if you keep that going, you're gonna have a truck that lasts a very long time. But it is something you got to think about outside of just owning your normal vehicle. And a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but maybe some people that buy these probably don't even know that they have to be checking these things. So you can see we are at 214 miles till empty, which is about half tank, maybe just a little below. So let's fill this thing up and see where we're at. Oh boy, so 640, was it 646, 645, something like that a gallon. And, well, $100 got us a half a tank. So that means that if we had to fill this thing from empty, it'd be around 200, maybe a little bit more. $200 for a tank of diesel. That is insane. But you guys already know that. But that's one of the reasons for sure why you might want to consider buying a gas truck, or wondering whether you need a diesel. So that brings me to number four, the guy who doesn't need the diesel. And it's kind of a split one for me, because do I need a diesel on a daily basis? No. Do I love diesel trucks? Yes. That it's more of a luxury thing for me than anything else right now. As for towing, my boat I could tow with my Rebel. That's not a big deal. It gets like 9 miles per gallon, and it doesn't tow as well up hills and all of that, so I prefer to tow with the diesel, but I don't have to. The RV, on the other hand, it is very heavy, and you definitely have to tow that with, I mean, you could probably get away with a 3/4 ton gasser or something like that, but having a diesel engine and pulling that trailer up the hills and the mountains and all that kind of stuff, you definitely want the diesel. It's just night and day difference. Another thing that people may not know or may not do with their diesel truck is, well, when you just run it hard, or you've been towing down the highway, or you've just been giving it good pulls down the highway, when I park my truck, I always let it idle a little bit. If you guys are into racing or anything like that, you know there's turbo timers that, you know, you shut your car off and it'll run for, you know, 15 seconds or whatever just to cool down that turbo. That's something I do with my diesel all the time too, because diesels have turbochargers, and turbochargers are hot. They're run by the exhaust, and when you turn the engine off, you turn off the flow of oil to them, so it's always nice just to let them run for a little bit, let them cool down a little bit before you shut it off. Just gonna make that turbo last a lot longer. So a number 5 reason why not to buy a diesel truck in 2022 is all the EPA restrictions they do put on these vehicles. Now, you have your EGR, you have your CCV that puts all the nastiness in the engine oil back into your turbo so it can be reburnt and makes oil everywhere all throughout your piping and your intercooler, which is nasty. And also we do have our DPF and we do have our DEF fluid and all those extra things to make these engines run cleaner out the tailpipe, but just kind of really shortens the life of the truck overall. So in a perfect world, if you could get rid of some of those things, it's going to be a lot happier for your diesel engine. But the chokehold of the EPA would be my number 5 if you're not mechanically inclined or really into tuning or fixing your vehicle yourself. Diesel truck, I mean, it can be a good thing, but, you know, there is some things you might want to research a little bit before getting into one of these trucks. So there it is, everybody. We got the truck back in the shop. It's crazy windy and polleny out there right now, but we are going to be taking the boat down to the beach. So gonna give the truck a workout, give it the reason why we bought it in the first place, and that's kind of to tow. And well, I mean, obviously it's great to drive. It's a platinum. It's got all the fun interior stuff, the massaging seats, which I love so much. But we are gonna be putting this truck to work as well. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video and you made it to this point in the video, drop diesel down in the description below. And also, we are gonna be doing more videos here on the channel, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm just kind of anything that's somewhat moderately interesting, I'm just gonna be throwing in some of these daily vlogs, not necessarily every day, but as many as I possibly can, try to keep things growing here on the channel. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and as always, keep that hammer down.